we are joined by Honourable Minister Phil Twyford. A very good evening to you, sir.
Yes, hello. How are you? How's the Vaxathon going?
Absolutely going. It is going really well. And thank you very much for giving us green light to host this show on Radio Up Now.
Oh, look, I'm thrilled that Appen has really stepped up and got behind, a nationwide campaign to keep our people safe, drive up the vaccination rates. And I've been following the Appen Facebook page all day, and just fantastic to see the community turning out, really positive spirit. And I guess everyone knows, you would have watched the news or heard the news that, we're up around 125,000 vaccinations today around the country. So that's a tremendous result.
Minister, did you expect it to cross over 100,000 well before time?
Yeah, we hoped it would, but very hard to know with something like this. We've never done this before, create a single day and run a campaign like this.
Basically, Kiwis love to walk together.
Yeah, we've tapped into something. There's a strong community spirit that's driving this whole thing. And, in vaccination centres here in West Auckland, at Westgate, the one run by the Whānau, and Whānau Waipareiras, one in Catherine Street in Henderson. They've been pumping today. And all around the country, we've seen a kind of celebration, really, with, food and music and people really turning out and making this something special. So I take a lot of heart from this, and I think that, we'll ride this wave through, and I'm optimistic that, we're going to hit that 90% target.
Definitely. You may have spoken to many, many people today. What was the outcome?
Well, there's just a buzz. There's been an energy around this whole thing. And, even in Level 3 here in Auckland, the Labour MPs in West Auckland mobilised a team of more than 50 volunteers. And over the last week, we've made more than 3,000 phone calls to people around West Auckland, and having very positive conversations about vaccination. And I think, that's helped to have an effect. Anyone who's been on social media, won't have missed the fact that there's a real buzz, lots of activity, lots of celebrities coming out, Taika Waititi, Lord, but, also just, ordinary community folk getting involved.
And lots of foods and goodies and prizes today.
Yeah, it's been nice, huh? It's kind of had the feel of a kind of a festival about it, which is really great. Underneath it, of course, is something very serious. And if we don't, as a country, get up to 90%, and we get we take everybody with us, every ethnic group, every part of society with us, then there's a chance that we can be safe. We'll save lives. We'll keep our old people and our young people safe, and we can face the future confidently. And that's really what this is all about.
Is there in your assumption, age group missing at the vaccination day?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I think what we've seen is a huge turnout, really across the board, all different ethnic groups and age groups, and there's been a lot of public debate about, certain ethnic groups haven't achieved the kind of rates that we want immediately. But, I feel, particularly from what we've seen today, I feel confident that this thing will flow through, will ride the wave through. We will make everybody safe ultimately, and we'll get the rates up. Some groups will take a little bit longer than others. It's a bit of a wake up call for us about the ability of our health system to really connect with and meet the needs of all the different groups in our community. And that's a good thing to be made aware of that. And we've got work to do to address that.
With today's massive results, we can say now there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep. I think everybody understands that vaccination is the key to us being able to move forward confidently and to get back to the things that we treasure, the ability to meet with friends and extended family, to move around freely, to run our businesses, to do all the things that we value in life, and not be locked up in our homes forever and a day. So there is a way forward. Vaccination is at the heart of this, and we know that there's an overwhelming medical and scientific body of evidence and advice that vaccinations are safe. The Pfizer vaccine has been given to hundreds of millions of people, and there's a huge body of evidence that shows that it's safe, and there's a tiny number of people, absolutely minuscule, who for particular health reasons can't have the vaccine. Almost everybody can, and really it's incumbent on us now to make sure that we take everybody with us. And one of the things that I've spent today on the phones talking to people across West Auckland about this issue, and one of the key things we were talking about is the research tells us very clearly that the best way to give confidence to people who have got doubts about the vaccination is a conversation with a trusted friend or family member. And that's what we're asking people to do. Think about all of the people in your life, workmates, neighbours, extended family. Is there anybody out there who's got doubts about the vaccine and hasn't booked in to get their shot? If you can think of someone like that, reach out to them and have a conversation and put their mind at rest. Give them the information that will give them confidence.
Minister, before I let you go, could you tell us more about this traffic light system to be introduced soon?
Yeah, so the government's moving towards, and the Prime Minister will have more to say about this in the coming week, but we are starting to move towards a system that has less reliance on lockdowns and allows us, as the vaccination rate goes up, to begin to open up and allow people to move around, to allow businesses to operate. People will see on the news, this is what's happening in Australia. Other countries are further ahead than us in this process. We are very conscious that we want to keep Kiwis safe, and we are going to have more to say this week about it. It's just really a slight variation on the level 1 to level 4 system that we've had, but it's based on once we get levels of vaccination up, how we can slowly begin to open things up. And I think that will give everyone a clear sense of what is the pathway forward.
It was a pleasure to have you on the airwaves of Radio Apna. Thank you very much, Minister.
Well, thank you. And can I say that Apna, I'm so grateful as a West Auckland MP. The Apna community is very, very important in our city and particularly in West Auckland. And I think it's been a tremendous effort today, mobilising people, and such a positive thing to be part of.
Well, you are Westie. This is your radio station. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.